Hey guys, I see some people are joining. This is gonna be like my live yesterday where I'm going over things. And if anyone wants to join, I have the link on screen and also in the chat. Okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Sometimes it does not really say that I'm live, so yeah, I assume that everything is good right now. Justin, you can come in too if you want. I don't know if you're busy, but that'd be cool if to have someone like you to talk about some of these things with. Oh, okay, you're driving right now. It's okay. Yeah, if I'm still live when you're home, if you want to join or something, you could join or whenever. But I'm just basically testing out this to see if seems like a lot of people liked when I was talking about the ones yesterday, so I wanted to do another one again. Just waiting a few minutes because I want to see if we can get a few more people in here because yesterday a lot of people said they didn't see or they didn't make it, so I'm just gonna wait probably like 5 more minutes and then start talking about stuff. Hello, Isaiah. I hope that you guys are liking these because I do actually prefer making these more than the videos right now because I realize it's better when I'm talking over the signs instead of just showing them because they can help someone understand these things more. So I actually really like doing these lives. Or I think right now since we have like over 10 people, I'll just start talking about things and hopefully more people will come in as it goes on. Let me pull up first thing. Put a lot of things in here, but I don't know how long I'll probably be live, but probably be at least for a little bit, like under an hour. But this is one of the first things I was going to bring up. Yesterday I was showing a bunch of signs talking about them too, but this is basically in the world, we're having a lot of declining birth rates right now and fertility rates. So again, this is like a really big end time sign, guys, because across the earth they're having these low fertility rates, a lot of these Asian countries as well. And it's just they have more of an older population than they're not getting as many younger people. And for a society, that's really bad. It basically can destroy your country by having that. So this is another one of those big end time signs because we're seeing a lot of this stuff going on in the world with these fertility rates. Let me see if I can make this bigger. A lot of my slides actually got messed up. I might go to the other view so you guys can see better and I can edit it like this because, yeah, let me make this. This might be a better view if I just do it this way. But, yeah, these major signs are going on across the earth, guys. We're seeing these things increase. We're seeing countries having more and more problems. And again, this is just like more and more of the stuff that we know we're about to get into the Great Tribulation. So I wanted to bring that up because I don't really talk about this, like the birth rate stuff as much, but that is a big thing going on in a lot of countries, and a lot of countries are having a lot of problems with this. This next thing I'm bringing up is there's a government shutdown again right now, and I know this stuff's been going on for a while. They've been talking about it a while and bailing themselves out. I don't think this is going to go on forever because I don't think they can just keep bailing themselves out. I mean, money in the US is becoming so devalued. It's like, I know it's probably on purpose, but I think it's really to get cryptocurrency to be the new currency. But basically, we keep seeing these government shutdowns because the government keeps running out of money. And so I don't think that's going to go on forever, guys. This is another sign. We've been seeing so many of these happen the past few years because our money is just not doing good. This is a very major sign. I saw this the other day. It says Netanyahu after Trump call, we will change the Middle East. Now, a lot of you probably know that back when Trump was being elected the first time, he went to Israel. He set up the Abraham Accords, and the Abraham Accords was called the New Middle East Agreement. So they've been wanting to do this for a long time to change the Middle East together, Netanyahu and Trump. So I do think that is a major, major, major thing and related to the Great Tribulation. And I mean, this is what I'm saying, guys. The news is telling us this stuff all the time. There's all of these things that show us that we're about to be in this Great Tribulation, and these signs are leading to it. And then this is one a lot of people, they always tell me about this, but I myself have never had a dream or anything related to this, but it says bracing for blackouts, Northwest facing likely possibility of blackouts as need for data centers grow. So I think this is basically saying a lot of these data centers that they're building for AI, robots, all that stuff, they're starting to use a ton of electricity, and that electricity is being strained on this power grid system that we run off of. So it's starting to cause more blackouts and issues. And there's a slide in here I'm going to show you where there is um, this new kind of nuclear power plant that they're making. And I think that's because they're needing more power for all of this end times technology right now. That's what they're finding out. So I think you're going to see a lot of these big power plants and different things start being built because they need the infrastructure. Um, this next one is pretty big for me. This is Germany and France are having very big problems in their government right now. I've seen people saying they could collapse. I don't know if that's true or not, but they're having really big issues in their governments. And I think that's interesting because they're two very big European nations. And this could definitely be related to end times, definitely be related to stuff coming. And so this is a very big one. I've been keeping my eye on this because I want to see what happens because there has been a lot of stuff also with France and Germany's economies not doing too good. So, I mean, basically no one's doing good right now, let's be honest, but it's interesting to see these two big powers having so many issues. And then I saw this guy, I don't know anything about him, so I just want to preference that. I don't know anything about this guy. I just saw this title where he said, everyone is going broke, actors, entertainers, rappers, athletes, and I wanted to bring this up because if you guys think about in the past few years, Hollywood has basically been going away. A lot of these movies are not good. The movies coming out right now, no one's watching them. The movie theaters are struggling. A lot of these people are not making money right now. So even these elite people that are, I mean, I would say selling out to this world, even they are struggling at a time. like right now. And so a lot of this stuff is just going back to what we've been talking about, where everyone is hurting right now, basically. Um, This is another big thing I showed yesterday. I'm not going to show it again, but I showed something with the egg industry where it showed basically the USDA was saying that they're expecting egg prices to stay persistently high. They're not saying they're going back down. They're not saying they're going to try to fix it. They're saying they're expecting eggs to stay very high priced. And I think it's because of that bird flu thing that's happening. And so this was related to that. I wanted to show that. They're saying India's egg exports suffer a major blow. And I'm not sure if they export to the US or not, but I mean, this is another thing related to the food industry and things going on. This is another economy thing with the UK. They're saying UK businesses react to shrinking economy. So even the UK's economy, they're not doing hot right now. A lot of these economies, guys, I'm telling you, around the world right now, they are hanging on, I feel like, by a hair. And I think that's telling us how close we are because, I mean, it seems like all these economies are just doing bad, and a lot of these economies depend on certain currencies and different things that are doing horrible. So it's just a matter of time, guys, I think, before this collapse happens. I'm sorry about that if you heard that, but it's just a matter of time before these economies collapse. But all of this stuff, guys, is just coming into view of this great tribulation because we're seeing all of these economies collapse right now at a time where crypto is in the limelight and it's getting just more popular, it's getting more valuable. And I saw crypto went down a little bit, I showed at the end of this slide, but crypto, guys, is what they're trying to make this new currency of the world. That's what God showed me. So I mean, it makes sense that all of these economies are going down because they want people to gravitate towards that cryptocurrency. And this was another interesting thing. I have a lot of stuff related to the war stuff coming up, but it says can't allow terrorists in Syria. Um, the leader of Turkey, basically, he's been putting a lot of troops around Syria right now. Israel's been putting a lot of troops around Syria and doing different exercises and bombings, things like that. And I'm wondering if this is related to him coming down into, or trying to come down into Israel, like a hook in the jaw moment, because maybe Russia, because Russia and him are aligned. I don't know if that's going to be something right now, but I know that tensions with this guy keep heating up with Israel. So I just keep watching this and basically seeing right now what's going to happen. This one again, I mean, I have a lot of stuff in here related to economies, guys, but Canada teeters on the brink of chaos. Canadian dollar slumps as Trudeau's government teeters on collapse. I mean, it's another thing, another government where it's not doing good in this world. Again, they want cryptocurrency in this world. All these currencies and nations are doing horrible right now. And this world could really use someone with his miracles, if you know what I'm saying. And I mean, guys, it's just getting closer to us getting out of here with all of this stuff we're seeing. This is another thing I just saw where four Russian warplanes spotted flying near Alaska. These events have been more and more in the past 2 years. I've seen so many of these events, it's not even funny. But again, this is all just showing us tensions are at an insane height because we're just seeing this. This is normal news now, which, I mean, 10 years ago, you never saw anything like this. And now it's like every 2 days you see something like this. So it's just showing us the increase of these birth pains and tensions. This one I thought was really related to the lawlessness in the Bible. It says retail theft surges 93% since before COVID-19 pandemic. And basically they're saying retailers haven't been crying because I think they were saying that they were complaining about stealing all the time and acting like they were lying about it, but they're not. And so a lot of people are stealing right now. There's more crime, more theft because people can't afford to live. That's what happens because these people, they don't know the Bible. So what are they doing? They think that they have to steal to survive. And I mean, guys, there's just a lot of this stuff that's going to increase until we're out of here because the world is just getting worse right now. So that is what we're seeing. And okay, so this is another thing related to crops, but in like farmers, I guess. But grocery prices set to rise as soil becomes unproductive. So, with all this weather going on, these heat waves, a lot of the soil that they're using to grow on, it's not growing things anymore. They're having to go to new areas to grow things, and then those areas are turning into like this, where you can't grow things on it. And it's like, guys, this stuff is just showing us again more and more that this period's coming because it's getting harder to even grow food. And this one I think I did because of the AI robot stuff. Basically, they close 1,000 page or paid agent force deals, and they look to a robot future. So basically, going to be replacing staff with robots, which I knew was going to happen, but that stuff is going to start being more and more this year. That's just what is coming right now with this AI and robot technology stuff. I even know someone, guys, who was at HP, and basically they hired him back for an AI job right now after letting him go. So there's a lot of AI stuff going on, and it's going to keep increasing. Okay, this is another thing I saw with China. It says China has expanded its nuclear force and strengthened ties to Russia, which we know that that's with the BRICS alliance. They have that alliance. I'm pretty sure that that alliance involves Iran and Turkey, but basically all of them are strengthening these ties, guys, and getting these alliances before this World War III takes place. That's why we see so much stuff with them going back and forth to different countries and meeting right now. Um, this is what I was talking about with that blackout one I showed about blackouts in the Northwest. It says world's first grid-scale nuclear fusion power plant announced in the US. So this is a world's first. They've never been able to do this fusion power plant. So they're going to need things like this, I believe, because of robots and AI. They need the cost of energy right now and things like that, electricity. They're going to need more of it. So they're going to start building things like this. And this is basically more things laying out that blueprint for the Great Tribulation that they want. I don't know if they're going to get to where they want, but they're trying to, is what I'm saying. Um, this is a get another person. Trump threatens government shutdown. I showed yesterday that Elon Musk was talking about a government shutdown and how he thinks it should happen. And now this was something Trump was saying, I think, a few days ago. But um, it's just more stuff, guys. We're living in times right now. It's just there's so much weird news. There's so much stuff like this going on. There's like a plethora of stuff. This is also Israel started doing strikes into Yemen and like Houthi territories. And if you've seen a lot of news of involving us in the Middle East, you've probably seen a lot of news about this ship has been attacked by Houthis, stuff like that. They do a lot of that stuff where they're targeting of ships, and a lot of the ships carrying our goods. But they basically started attacking them lately, so I don't know if that is going to lead to something bigger happening, but I know that Houthis are probably allied with Iran, so they're starting to go really heavily in and attack a lot of their stuff right now. So just wanted to bring that up. That's another big thing in the Middle East going on. This is something I talked about yesterday. Um, Basically, Brazil's currency is at an all-time low, and this was on December 7th. Fairly recently, but it's just their money is becoming worthless like all these other ones I've been showing lately. And I really think it's because of crypto, guys. So I would just go past this because we already talked about that. But this is the drone thing we all know about going on. I had a dream a year ago. I showed on my community page. I actually forgot I even had that dream. I have so many that I forget. But it's like they're saying China, Iran, or UFOs because they want people to believe in aliens. But I mean, guys, I really think they're pushing a lot of this UFO agenda right now. Even the Pentagon's having UFO meetings and they're saying, oh, we don't know if it's humans flying these things or if it's something else. And it's just they really want people to believe in this lie because when we're gone, the easiest excuse for them for millions of people disappearing is, oh, aliens must have took them. So that's going to be the easiest lie for them to pull off. And unfortunately, I know a lot of people that believe in that. Let me show you. This is more China stuff. I mean, guys, this is just tensions like we're seeing all across the earth. China, Taiwan. Again, we know this has been going on for a while, just like Russia, Ukraine. A lot of stuff is just, it's at these boiling points. We don't know what's going to happen the next day. And I mean, that's the whole point, I think, of living right now in these times is we're living in perilous times. Tomorrow something could happen the next day. With all of these things occurring, we really don't know. But this is another thing where I keep seeing lately that China is getting more aggressive towards Taiwan. So something to take note of. This is something I pulled up because this was something I talked about yesterday again with this guy apparently was in charge of something nuclear or some kind of weapons. And so it was interesting because he was like assassinated the other day. And I don't believe Putin's going to do revenge in 24 hours, what it's saying. But I wanted to bring it up so you guys understand. I mean, it's really weird that someone is taking out someone that is in charge of nuclear right now. Because that would tell me they think that a war is coming or they wanted to change out this guy for someone else. So it just seems like, guys, a lot of this stuff is just always heating up right now. This is something related to environment. I show some of this stuff because it's just a lot going on with animals and the earth right now. But they're basically saying is it are these melting ice sheets causing a lot of ocean storms right now? And they're talking about that. And I mean, it says in the Bible, guys, it says the sea and the waves roaring at a time when we leave. So I wanted to include this because there are more storms going on in the ocean. There's an increase in hurricanes, all that different stuff, cyclones, typhoons, monsoons, all that stuff. So this could be related to telling us that we're leaving soon, another sign. This is a big one. I think this is a big end time sign because news like this really wasn't coming out a long time ago, I feel like, but it says, is America losing its religion? And I think that is completely true, which is why we've had the leader that we had the last 4 years and other things. It's because we're losing this Bible foundation in America, and that is also an end times thing. But a lot of people are going away from the Bible instead of going to it. I mean, guys, I see so many people online now that call themselves Satanists. They dress up as Jesus and mock him. Never seen that before until right now, this past 2 years. It's definitely increased by a lot. And I mean, it's sad to see, but that is the times that we are living in. I wanted to show this because I talk about all the other economies, but apparently our economy had a very bad minor crash recently. I don't know if that's major or minor, 1,000 points down, but it had a crash regardless. And I think all of the economies on the earth, like I showed a few already in these slides, all of these economies, guys, are just hanging on by a thread right now. I mean, no one's fixed anything in years, and it's just crazy the stuff that is going on that we talk about. This was something I just thought was interesting. It says U.S. warns UNCS says Russia close to accepting nuclear armed North Korea. So I don't know if that means as an ally, but that's very interesting because recently North Korea, they have a really strange video you can look up on YouTube where they do a tour of a new nuclear facility that they're making. And it's just all the timing's really weird with this stuff. But he has been making new nuclear stuff and basically saying, no, I'm going to make these nukes and do these nuclear things, even though the US doesn't want him to. So That stuff is just keeps increasing, guys. This also is related. Um, I hope you guys can see all these things good. I'm not sure based on the view if you guys can see them good, but this says Iran increases uranium stockpile. So they're increasing their uranium. We know what is used for uranium. And it says Iran can make four nuclear bombs, angry at Tehran, UN nuke monitor alarms West. And then basically this other thing over here is the same thing about his warning. And it says Iran can make four nuclear bombs right now. So we're getting to the point where a lot of this stuff, guys, is happening. Like I'm saying, it's at a very high level, and we just have to see day by day what's going to happen with these things. This was something on God in a Minute's channel I thought was interesting. They were talking about during the Feast of Weeks 2025, the annual 927. It says, will a two-state solution come together by June 2025? And this is definitely a big possibility, guys, with all these things I'm showing you, even in this slide. I mean, any day right now, I feel like there could be an emergency, something happening where all these leaders get together. It's just there's so much going on. I mean, we're definitely in perilous times with all these things I'm talking about, and I hope you guys can see that. But there's so much going on. It's just insane right now. And this is another weird environment thing that's going on. But Denmark apparently, I'm gonna fix this a little bit because it looks like it messed up. But um, basically, their ski resorts right now, they're not getting snow back, and basically they're starting to turn stuff into snowless skiing because the snow is not coming back. Like normally there's a winter season, the snow comes back, the slopes are ready, and it's like it's not happening anymore. The snow is not coming back. So this I thought was really interesting because again, it's showing how the weather on the earth is changing, what God's doing, and we're getting towards this great tribulation period. And I mean, guys, it's just crazy. The places that have ski resorts and are known for them in the world, and there's snowless skiing now because they're running out of snow. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Um, I'm going to show you this too. China's chilling hit list of U.S. naval targets. China releases kill list of U.S. naval targets in case of attack. Weird that that stuff is happening right now, that they're even coming out and talking about stuff like this. I think that this just shows that a lot of these leaders want a war or a war is coming, and they're just showing us that. So, another sign. This is related to technology. Nvidia Jetson Orin Nano Super, the world's most affordable generative AI computer. It's like the size of your hand. So now they have these computers where they're basically the size of your hand and they can do AI. They can't do AIs on a major scale, but they can do AIs where, let's say, you have it at home and you want to be a developer or do something with it. Um, it's just insane that that is the technology. I mean, they have brain chips right now, and then they have this kind of basically supercomputer in your hand. It's pretty insane the stuff that is coming out. And it's all related to probably end times and the mark of the beast coming, things like that, deception. This is a lot of things I put together that were major stuff going on. It says Russia versus NATO, World War III will be an apocalypse, which that is what the Great Tribulation is Armageddon. So um, they're talking about it in that title. It says Amir Safati on Israel and Iran nuclear showdown. Putin's retaliation for assassination of general will be strong and unpleasant. That was that general I showed that they said they think NATO assassinated him, and he's saying that they're going to have a strong and unpleasant retaliation towards the people who did it. Um, and it says Putin warns of nuclear response to U.S. missile moves because we're moving around a lot of missiles in Ukraine and Japan right now, and Russia does not like that that is going on. Um, this is another thing with Turkey, with Syria. I just talked about this, but they're amassing troops around Syria, so is Israel, and so I think something could happen there soon. But we're gonna have to keep waiting and seeing what happens with that situation. Um, This is something that is, I think, related to only Florida, but they're saying a lot of these high rises, big hotels that they've been building on the beach all these years, they're all sinking. So it's like this is some weird news again, weird signs, but again, it could be that God is taking out these big buildings because they're built by the rich, and so the rich are now going to suffer with all of these things collapsing. But there's a lot of news like this around the world of big buildings like this having problems. So that's another very major thing I feel like that is going on. I showed this one on the right yesterday, but this is the worst storm in basically 100 years on the right. I think if this is the right one, I think this is the right one, yeah. This storm basically has had a lot of people killed. It's like this very major storm that's happening, and then there was an earthquake on the left in Australia that happened before this one, but this is a second earthquake that happened right after that one. So there just keeps being like more and more and more things on top of each other, like with the weather and the birth pains that we're seeing. I wonder how that, yeah. Thank you guys for watching too. I see 30 people in here. I'm just going over this stuff. Let me see. So this is more AI news. Apparently they came out with like a new model for ChatGPT, and a lot of the stuff, guys, is just they're really trying to replace people. They're trying to not make you talk to humans anymore, talk to robots, and talk to this technology. Um, like this fake nudes thing where people are getting a picture of anyone on Earth and then it creates nudes of a female or a male. Like stuff's just horrible that they're using this technology for, and unfortunately, it is going to get worse because that's just what's going on with this stuff. And we know how human beings are, so I mean, this stuff will continue to get worse, guys. But I do believe all of this stuff is showing us that we are about to leave because there is, guys, a cutoff point. It's not going to go on forever. And God is seeing all of this stuff right now, just like He did in Noah's time. And He's going, what are these humans doing right now? What are the people that I made doing? Like, because He can see all this stuff going on, guys. This is a robot thing. It says, I wanted to bring this up, guys, because I know people see a lot of news sources and they'll read something like this where it says humanoid robots coming soon, initially under remote control. That's not speaking for all those other robot companies. Like when it's saying that, Tesla's not coming under remote control and all those other ones. So it's like, I don't like when the news words stuff like that because it basically makes people think, oh, they're all going to be under remote control, it'll be fine. But it's not going to be like that because there's going to be AI robots, there's going to be the companies that decide to do that. But I mean, most of these robots right now are running off of AI and there is not remote controls, it's more of voice control. But I just want to bring that up, guys, because a lot of people read stuff in the news, but the news is not always that accurate. But this was major too because it says China's startup mass-produced outpacing Tesla in terms of robots. So they're basically making more than Tesla's making right now in China. And I heard something, I'm not sure if this is 100% true or not, but I heard a few months ago that a lot of the Chinese ports where they, like let's say you're unloading a ship with those big container ships, a lot of them have switched to robots now, and there's one guy in an office controlling the robots while they unload the ships. So that is something definitely major if that is happening right now. And that's the kind of stuff that is happening with all these layoffs. They're starting to go more towards robots and AI interaction. I wanted to bring this up again because yesterday I showed Bitcoin was at 108,000. They said it went down, but guys, it didn't really go down that much. It's still at 98,000 or around there. So I just want to let you know, like this is insane that one of a digital currency is $98,000. It's like this currency is better than every currency on earth right now. And it's just, I really think that's how it's supposed to be. I think that this is going to take over and we're seeing that. And granted, it has gone slower than I thought it would, but it definitely is happening right now and speeding up. So this is just again the future money of what's coming. It's all related, but um, I wanted to bring this up, guys, towards the end because this is by Global Rapture Watchers YouTube channel. But I just want you to see, like, this is in probably 2 days or less of him making videos. This is like four of his recent videos. The titles go 7-year peace plan in the works, two-state solution as we speak. So apparently they're doing something with that right now. Then it says Russian government unified. We know it was NATO. Now they've crossed the line. We have tensions between Israel and Turkey escalate over Syria. It's time to pay attention. Putin warns that Russia is ready for a missile duel with the US, and that's all within like a day. So I just want you guys to see, like, look at where the tensions are at. This is a day. Like, one day someone makes videos, and those are the headlines. I mean, guys, we're living in times right now where, I mean, tomorrow, like I said, is not promised. I mean, we could be raptured out of here tomorrow, a bomb could fall, and this whole thing kicks off. So it's like, this is why God wants us to pay attention. Because these things are like, when you're seeing these things, look up. Like, don't look down, don't get depressed, look up and be hopeful and joyful because you have a hope, and that hope is coming, guys. I mean, we're seeing so many of these signs that we know that it's going to be soon. So, I wanted to bring that up again, and it's like this is another thing too major going on. It says we're going to get hit. China expert warns of attack on U.S. soil, and then they were showing all the stuff owned by China in the U.S. But it's like, guys, we are so close to some event like this taking place because all of these world leaders and where they're at. And maybe it's part of their plan. Maybe they want this to happen. I'm not sure, but it's definitely getting closer day by day, and you can even tell in the media. So it's just that's why I mention this stuff so much, guys. I just want you to be able to see like the tensions are at a super high point. And so again, it's just we're headed towards World War III. I wanted to show this yesterday. I was showing they're talking about a new pandemic right now. I think I'm safe with saying these words right now as long as I don't say the C word, but um, there's a new pandemic they've been talking about, and it's related to this disease X and also with this bird flu. And there's been a lot of news on this related to cats and other animals, zoo animals getting it. Um, the poultry industry is doing very bad right now, which is why egg prices are staying high. And they're saying that, oh, well, the first case could be transferred to humans soon, and then there's going to be a new pandemic. And there's still a lot of variations of coronavirus, things like that going around. But I mean, guys, they're just warning us about all of these things. A lot of Christians know that when we get out of here, there's going to be a new pandemic type talk like this. There's going to be these cryptocurrencies that are going on now and all of these tensions. And so, guys, it's just right now, it's very imminent with the stuff we're seeing. And I mean, guys, it's just, I can't even believe sometimes I wake up like this slide, guys. I made this slide between yesterday and today of just screenshotting things. Like, think about that. In one day, I found all of these screenshots and put this together. Like, think about, like, the kind of news this stuff is. Like, think about 10 years ago when none of us ever saw these signs. It's like now within a few days, you can have so many signs in front of you. It's like 10 years worth of news. I mean, like, we're definitely in this time, guys. I just want to say it again. I mean, everything is here. I don't even think someone could name something that's not here because there's so much that is here. Like, there's actually evidence of everything, like within the Bible and the technologies. I mean, it's just a lot. And um, I just want to say, guys, to keep praying for your families, keep praying for people around you, the people that we watch on YouTube. I mean, even people like me, I get attacked by Satan. There's a lot of stuff like that that goes on that people don't see. I mean, when I'm making these videos, you bet that Satan is watching going, I don't want that to happen. So it's like he's gonna come at me now because I put this stuff out. And so pray for me, pray for the other watchmen because A lot of people right now I've noticed are getting more depressed. A lot of people are not looking up as much. And I mean, guys, we gotta keep going. We're the light to this world, okay? Without us, we are not. Without us, think about how horrible this earth is gonna be. Think about all the light removed from the world, guys, how horrible that is going to be soon. I mean, we're here right now. We are the light to this world. We got to keep praying and keep looking forward to our blessed hope that is coming. Because, I mean, guys, tomorrow is not promised, like I'm saying. And there is a lot going on. I mean, the whole reason I wanted to keep doing these lives is to hopefully, if some of you are feeling that way, that you will keep looking up. Because, I mean, guys, like, look at this stuff. We know that we are so close. If we have to wait another month, it doesn't matter. We are so close right now that we might be able to reach someone before this takes place. So I just want to say that again, guys, to keep praying, keep looking up, and we know we're going to be out of here soon, guys, with all of these events. And I mean, guys, it's just, there's so much going on. So, thank you guys for joining this live with me. I'm gonna probably stop recording now because basically got to the last slide that I set up. If you guys like me doing these, please, when I'm done and the live goes up, please like it or leave a comment that you liked it because I really need feedback if these things are going well or if like what I should change or I value your guys' feedback because I have gotten very tired with making the traditional videos. I don't really enjoy making those videos anymore. They don't seem to be reaching as many as I really want to reach. So I think I'm going to keep doing lives right now and probably do them like a few times a week like this. So if you guys want to give me feedback, tell me like, hey, this is the best time for me, things like that. But yeah, we definitely are flying soon, guys. Keep looking up. I mean, all this stuff on the earth continues to every day just get more and more to the place of the Great Tribulation. So, guys, don't give up. I'm telling you, Satan wants you to give up. He wants you to live in a spirit of fear. He wants you to be worried. He wants you to forget about these things God has shown you. But, guys, keep going because we can see these things. And I'm just going to end it there, guys. But have a good night, everyone, and keep praying for each other because we are living in these perilous times, and Satan does not want us to get these messages out. 40 minutes, that was good.